can't possibly marry him, Diana. He's practically a stranger. It's not as if you don't have other options.
The thing is, I just know this is it.
Well, Andy Serkis is probably better known as the brilliant actor and a motion capture or performance artist known for the Planet of the Apes movies as Caesar, or Lord of the Rings, that trilogy, and other movies he's done in that regard. But now he makes his directorial debut in a very different kind of movie. It is the story of Robin and Diana Cavendish, a British couple, and the name of the movie is Breathe. Now, it's a significant story because in 1958, at the age of 28, Robin Cavendish was diagnosed with polio. Suddenly, he was paralyzed from the neck down.
Get another respirator!
People paralyzed by polio don't last long.
Can't move anything from the neck down, can't even breathe for yourself.
His wife, Diana, urged him on when he didn't have the will to live, the will to go on. They had only been married a short time at this point. And it was her determination and will that kept him going long into the 1990s. He was the longest living British person in this condition ever, and he was a staunch advocate for patients' rights in this regard. Now it's been turned into this movie by director Andy Serkis and screenwriter William Nicholson, who did Gladiator, among other movies, and they have made a brilliant film of this type. It's a moving and inspirational story, one that people should see if you want a hope for the human spirit. That's what this movie gives you. And it has two terrific leading performances by Andrew Garfield as Robin Cavendish. And it's a very difficult role. He has to learn how to move and speak in the rhythms of this breathing machine, which basically a character played by Hugh Bonneville invented to go on his wheelchair so he could actually move about. It was a really fine device, and a lot of the movie is devoted to that aspect of the story as well.
Now, when I first became paralyzed, I wanted to die. But my wife wouldn't let me. She told me I had to live to see our son grow up. So I went on living.
Andrew Garfield is sensational. Claire Foy, of course, Queen Elizabeth from The Crown, is equally fine in this movie as his devoted wife, Diana. And it is their story of grit and determination that's truly inspirational to watch without being mawkish. Now, some people may compare this film to The Theory of Everything, which starred Eddie Redmayne as Stephen Hawking, and he was in a similar position. Felicity Jones played his devoted wife. There is some similarity just on that level, but this movie, pardon the pun, breathes on its own, and that's because of the fine direction of Andy Serkis, who brings the same level of humanity to this story that he brings to his portrayals in movies where you wouldn't expect it, such as Caesar the Ape in the Planet of the Apes movies. This is a very fine directorial debut, and it's a movie I would say that you must see, and it's something that you should seek out wherever you can find it, not just for the performances, but for a story that is simply unforgettable. I say, go.